Okay, good morning. Good morning. Whoa, Spanky woke up. Good morning, Spanky. This dog this morning. I will admit, it was a little chilly this morning. It was about 36 degrees out. Did not make me happy, but it was what it was. Cold is cold, and uh, I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning. Hey, old guy, how you doing today? Check your DMs there. You should have the link. I woke up at 1 o'clock this morning, laid in bed until quarter till four, got up and went in the bathroom, took care of business, and I turned on the light, shut the bathroom door and turn on the light so I don't wake up my wife. Shut off the light and I go back into and then open up the door again so that no light creeps out. But now I'm blind in the night. Mm, excuse me. And it's a good thing I was feeling for the bed because my cat had jumped up and laid down where I was sitting, where I would have sat. So he got his mandatory strokes in, and he got his mandatory strokes in because he he's for some reason this past week and a half, 2 weeks, after 9 years of ignoring me, he has decided that all of a sudden he wants me to pet him. Now he won't jump up in my lap like he does the wife, but he'll jump up and lay down next to me, especially in my bed once I get up. And he'll lay there and raise a ruckus until I pet him. And sometimes he'll jump up on the couch next to me and demand that I pet him. He'll start pawing at me. Hey, morning, Data. How's it going? So I sat there and petted him for a while, stroked his fur for him, made him a happy puppy or happy kitty. Then I came out and our dog got hookworm, so we're having to give him medicine. Today's the last day of medicine, the first round. We got to wait 2 weeks and give him another round of medicine. So we had a little bit of the wet dog food left over. So I'm mixing that in with his kibble. Normally he eats about half his kibble in the morning and then goes back about noontime and eats the other half. Then at 4:30 when we feed him again, he'll eat half, and then around 9:30, 10 o'clock, he'll go out and eat the other half of his supper. Not with this wet food mixed in. He destroys it all. But the thing is, though, is at noon he's coming to me looking for more food. He brings his dog food over and plops it down because he's hungry. He wants more food. Where he'll go over and paw at the laundry room door because that's where we keep the dog and cat food. And he'll paw at that, wanting us to give it to him. Silly, silly dogs. But now we wait 2 more weeks and we start the mess all over again. But unfortunately, though, the wife and I are talking about it this morning. I think he is now spoiled, and he is expecting to get wet dog food mixed in with his kibble every day. Hookworm is, I tell you, that did some research on hookworm, and there's so many ways dogs can catch it. They outside drinking water, they can get it from that. They can get it from licking their paws, just walking on the dirt. They can, get it brushing up against um, trees or bushes. Um, Eating fecal matter. Now, when Spanky doesn't do that, we broke him of that a long time ago. But and the thing with hookworm is you have to treat it in stages because the medicine only kills the adult, not the larvae. So you have to give it to them in the first stage to kill all that. Then you have to wait 2 weeks to kill anything that may have hatched from the eggs that were in the intestinal tract. Then sometimes you have to go through a third or even fourth round. So we'll see what's going on. Now, whoever said having dogs was cheap, they lied. Having a dog is not cheap. And I don't know what it was. As soon as I turned on the mic and started talking here, all of a sudden, I can't stop yawning. Hadn't yawned all morning till I started the stream. And now it seems I can't stop for some stupid reason. But like I said, let's see, I have been up 8 hours already. Uh, let's see here. Next Friday, the 19th, I can't stream. The wife's Christmas party, and I have to escort her. And it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, gee whiz, fun, such fun. At least it's casual dress and no bar. But who? No, my heat. Well, the heat's on, but it's set at 70 degrees, and it hasn't kicked on in I don't know over an hour. So I don't even know what the temperature is in the house right now. It should be under 70 since the furnace hasn't kicked on. What is my temperature in the house? Oh, come on. That's what I want. Yeah, it's 71 in the house, so that's why the heat hasn't kicked on because it's the house is warming up a little bit. And no, Data, I am not opening a window. It is 35 degrees outside right now. I am not opening a window. It are colder than a witch's tit in a brass brawl out there. What's it supposed to get down to tonight? It's supposed to get down to 32 from 2 o'clock till 6:30. I'm glad I have got all my pipes insulated. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I took styrofoam boxes and filled them with that and put those around my exposed pipes, and then I filled those styrofoam boxes with that spray foam, spray insulator. 69. Mm. And I filled the inside of them boxes with that spray foam, spray insulator, and that's really done a good job. Kept my pipes from freezing. I mean, I still go out and turn on the one water pipe, just the one furthest from the water source, just to keep the. I've got two external pipes. I turn on the far one just to keep the water moving, but it's just a slow trickle. Um, to leave the kitchen water running because it's got it's the pipes are on the outside wall, and leave the the master bathroom water trickling because it's also on an outside wall. So any water the uh, interior bathroom, the water pipes are on the interior wall, so don't have to worry about those. Just the ones on the exterior walls. If are you anybody going to go out and buy lotto tickets for that $1 billion lotto after taxes? About $250 million. The wife and I decided we're going to buy one ticket apiece, and hope for three numbers. Just three numbers. Four numbers be nice. Five numbers be great. All the numbers, well, y'all wouldn't hear from. I would have to say y'all wouldn't hear from me for a while because I would have other things going on in my life much more important. Unfortunately, y'all wouldn't hear from me for a while. Good. Yeah, and as all of us do, when you start thinking about what would you do with $250 million, okay, and I think we all could agree on the same basic pipe dreams. All right, obviously, get debt free, make our children debt free, the ones that are married, set up college funds or trust funds for the grandchildren to pay for their college or whatever they would need. Take care of brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts. Take care of other people. Uh, Charities would get money. Any really good friends that are closer than family would be have their lives ease somewhat. But the one thing I would do, because I have always had this same house design with certain modifications over the years in mind. And the one thing I would do is I would buy between 5 to 10 acres, as much as big of a piece of property as I could get my hands on. And I'd have a house built with a privacy fence that goes around it. And it wouldn't be a wooden privacy fence. It'd be one of these cinder block, 3 cinder blocks wide, 8 or 9 cinder blocks tall fences all the way around, what would be considered the living property. That one thing I hate having other people being able to look into my business. I always have. That's one of the reasons once I could get out of the barracks when I was in the Air Force and get into my own house, even my own apartment by my lonesome. And my wife will tell you, even before, while we were dating, uh, we had dated for quite a while before I asked her to come up to my apartment. I mean, she knew where I lived, but we'd been dating for quite a while before she was ever set foot in my apartment. And it wasn't too long after that is when I asked her to marry me. It was just a few months later. But I just like my privacy. And that was the one thing I hated when I was in the service living in the barracks, was a complete and total lack of privacy. Everybody and their brother knew every part of your life, whether you liked it or not. Because your roommates knew. You always had 2 to 3 roommates. And, they ran their jaws. Nobody kept any kind of secrets, hey, it's none of my business, what he does. So I just really do happen to really appreciate having my own privacy. Okay. Renting the top floor to a good hotel for long term. Good morning, old guy. Oh, you got your avatar working.
Morning, sir.
And how is you this chilly morning?
Well, apparently it's chilly down there, not so much chilly up here.
What's your outdoor temp?
51.
Wow. You're right. It's not chilly up there.
Yeah, my brother's looking at 25 right now, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning, almost 10 or 10:30.
It just hit 37 degrees at 9:30 here.
Yeah, Anderson, South Carolina, 27. Yeah, he was saying they were supposed to see temperatures at like 9 degrees last night.
I didn't realize how cold it was until I decided I wanted tea after my second cup of coffee. And it's like, I don't really always want hot tea that early in the morning. But while I was making my tea, then I went and looked at outside thermometer, and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's 30, it's 34 degrees out there. Yeah, that's why I want tea.
Yeah, we got all sorts of flooding up here, and we've got a week of rain coming right at us again.
Well, your water tables will be filled up then, right?
We've got no snow in the mountains.
Oh,
None. Our ski resort should be open right now. I see dirt.
oh, that's not good.
And the ski resort is closed because the road is closed. As a matter of fact, the mountain between now and Friday morning, midnight, Thursday midnight, they're supposed to get 63 inches of snow.
All at one shot?
Between now and midnight Thursday going into Friday, 60 inches. Actually, it's supposed to start tonight. It's raining up there right now.
Now, here's a question. I mean, with all that fresh, let's say they do get all 63 inches. Is that even skiable weather, snow, though?
Technically, no.
I didn't think so.
I mean, 5 feet of snow, you put a snowcat on it, you're going to wind up with about a foot of snow. Maybe.
Right, because it packs down and
Right. But as far as like going up there, if you could get there, going up and walking up portion of the mountain and skiing down, yeah, you could do that. Because your body is not going to compress the snow that much. But as far as being open for business with only 5 feet of fresh snow, no, they couldn't open.
right.
If they could, they would only open one lift and maybe 2 runs. And they would actually push snow from other areas of the mountain over there to build a deeper base.
Okay. Now, did they ever water the snow?
Oh God, no. As a matter of fact, all the rain we just got took away all of our snow.
Well, no,
We were supposed to open on the 5th. Then
right.
we got rain. And then we got high temperatures and more rain. We
Okay.
can deal with rain at 33, but we cannot deal with rain at 50.
Well, it's just, see, I know in Ohio, when I was a kid, all right, a couple of the ski places there would water the snow to before snow for it to freeze up for the snow to fall on. They'd water their runs, sprinklers and such.
Right. There's almost all of the resorts on the East Coast blow snow. They make their own snow. The resort that my brother goes to, and I've been to a couple of times when I was young, they have the most snowmaking machines in North America. It's something like 275.
Okay.
And they're on towers. They can blow, if temperatures are right, they can blow 6 inches of snow every night. So they could have 20-degree temperatures tonight, blow 6 inches, temperature goes up to 40 degrees. They can still ski. Temperature goes back down below 30. They start blowing snow again. Next day, they can still ski. Because they're not blowing snow, they're blowing ice.
Right.
And ice takes longer to melt than snow does.
Well, if I remember right again, I mean, I'm remembering back 40 plus years. I was told the reason why they did it was to give a firm base.
Yeah. Well, like at
Well,
Stevens, by the end of the season, there's a 120-inch base. There's 10 feet of snow between you and the ground.
all right.
And we get a
Like,
lot of snow up here.
I mean, other than the winter 77, the winters is 76, 77, 77, 78, with 77, 78 being the absolute worst. That's where we had windows up to the second floor, the snow up to the second floor windows on the house. 76, 77, the snow made it up over the first floor windows. The next year, it made it all the way up to the second floor. And then, I mean, that's the deepest, worst snows until I got to Germany that I personally experienced. Now, in Germany on a mountaintop, I don't even, in the wintertime, it just snowed. The snow removal machines being run by CE ran damn near 24/7.
Well, I wish I was skiing in 98, 99. Mount Baker had the highest record snowfall in, I think, North America. 1,140 inches.
Ooh. That's some serious snow.
1,000 inches at a ski resort. Mount Baker, Washington holds the record for the greatest seasonal snowfall of 1,140 inches. Tamarack, California has the greatest snow depth at 451 inches. And the most snow in a month of 390 inches. Both of those were in 1911.
So they had 83 feet of snowpack in 98.
For a single storm, the old Mount Shasta Ski Bowl in California saw 189 inches in a single storm. Single day is 75 inches.
Well, yeah. You're saying that they had 1,000 feet of snow, of 1,000 inches of snow. Okay, that comes out to 83 feet.
Yeah.
83 plus feet of snow.
Yeah, well, that's over a season. That's from like December 1st to March 31st.
That is still
78 inches of snow in one day.
Okay, that's only 6 foot of snow. A little over 6 foot.
That's a lot in 24 hours.
So, well, yes, I mean, it's a lot of snow, but I mean, that's like, let's see, about 6.5 feet of snow is what that works out to.
The most snow I have seen where I live, wherever that may have been, is a little over 3 feet of snow. And that's here in Washington. And that was I don't remember what year that was. 2008. I think it was the first year I had a white Christmas.
The first year you had a white Christmas?
Uh-huh. There was one year it snowed like a mother the day before Christmas, and then overnight it went up to like 60 degrees and it was all gone by the time we woke up. I was most upset.
We've had here in Florida, we've had several white Christmases. And then 2 days by New Year's, now it was all gone. But Christmas Day, there was snow on the ground. It might have only been 3/4 of an inch to an inch of snow. But I mean, it was still, you could still go out, and if you worked hard enough, you could make a small snowman.
Yeah. Well, I have the ultimate home snow removal tool that non-gas powered. It's something we used on the mountain. It's called we call it a blue scoop, but it's just a scoop with a long handle. It's about 2.5 foot wide, about 3 foot long.
Right.
Just scoop up the snow, slide it to wherever you want, dump it, come back, scoop up. It's little to no effort. And I had talked about it. Finally, I bought one, and the wife had to use it. And she goes, "Oh, it's the easiest thing in the world to use." I said, "I know." And you can move tons of snow with it in a very short amount of time.
Huh.
And they're not that expensive, $100 maybe.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
But again, I mean, it's for when people get a foot or more of snow.
Right.
Otherwise, it's kind of pointless to have. I have it just because we can get that kind of snow.
I need to go off. Keep everybody entertained for a few minutes. I have got to answer the door.
No problem. Run over here to chat. Data, how you doing, bud? I missed the part about if I won $1 billion, be retiring to the top floor of a good hotel long term. Yeah, about that with a fire and everything. That'd be ground floor. Now, where is Doral, Florida? I should know that, being that I like golfing and whatnot, and that's been a course on many games. Yeah. Y'all can get snow that far south at Doral. Yeah, I saw you. You sold the car. I think you said you got a couple of bucks and a couple of pew-pews.
Okay. One of my wife's Christmas presents came in. I had to sign for it. Hello?
Yep, I'm here. I was scrolling. I saw the comment that Data had made about making snow down in Doral. And I'm like, that far south? Really? Unless it's indoor. Oh, just snow. Okay.
Yeah. My crazy dog, this whole time that I'm signing for this, okay, it's 35 degrees out. He wanted outside before I started the stream. Okay. He is laying out in the sun.
Well, yeah.
In the wind at 35 degrees.
Enjoying his best life.
crazy dog. I don't. And see, the thing is he'll come and he'll and about the worst possible time he'll come barking at the door. He'll one in and he'll jump on up on the couch and bury himself underneath his blanket. he, he's got his own blanket,
Of course.
and we've got it set up to where uh, he can crawl underneath it whenever he wants.
As it
So,
should be.
and he'll come in and he'll bury himself underneath that blanket, and he'll shake so hard that he'll shake, the couch will vibrate somewhat for 20 minutes or so. Have you seen that video of that guy out in Minnesota walking alongside the road in a pair of cargo shorts and a t-shirt, and you can't see him from the knees down because that's how deep the snow is?
No, but doesn't sound unusual. I was like that when I was young. I had a overnight job, and we get off work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it'd be 25 degrees outside, and I'd walk out in shorts and a t-shirt. We're like, where's your jacket? I'm like, I'm going to get in my car. I live 4 miles from here.
Okay.
Like,
There's one now. Granted, I mean, I did stupid stuff like that too. Okay. But I was not walking through shin deep snow wearing shorts. I mean, you're walking a sidewalk to a parking lot that's maybe enough snow to crunch under your feet.
no, I get what you're saying. Knee deep in the snow, just taking a stroll in a pair of shorts. Yeah, no, I get it.
And, it's supposedly it was a -2 degrees out, and it's like, no, that's absolutely foolishness.
Well, at -2, yeah, that's
that's when I plowed snow while I was in high school. All right, I was out there wearing jeans and a flannel shirt and a ski cap, and that was it. And gloves, because that steering wheel on that Ford 4000 tractor got cold as hell.
oh hell yeah, it does.
So I did have on a pair of fleece lined gloves to keep my hands warm. The ski cap kept my head warm. Jeans and a flannel shirt, but it was there is such a thing as a dry cold.
Oh, for sure.
And it's not the dry cold that gets you, it's a wet cold.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When I don't care what you got on, if it's a wet cold out there, you are going to get cold to your bone. I mean, here when I was out at Tyndall Air Force Base in the January, raining, just rained every day. And this is before we got the good rain gear in.
And the wind coming off the Gulf. Oh yeah.
And like I said, it's before we got the good rain gear in. So, we might as well not been wearing any rain gear because, the crap we had. And I'd come home from work and I'd call the wife and she'd have the tub running filled with hot water for me. And I would just slide in that hot water and I'd probably refill it at least twice until I quit shaking. until my, I got home and I was warm enough to be functional in the house. Otherwise, I just laid in that hot tub. I
Hey,
mean,
in the side chat, I posted a picture of one of the properties I used to work at. This picture was taken 2 days ago.
okay. Share it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Let's
could
see
have just
here.
shared my own screen, but
Oh, Lord have mercy. Open image, a new tab. Here we go. Let me embiggen that. Oh, I first thought that was snow. That's not snow.
no, that is not snow.
Oh.
Well, it's heated up snow.
Good Lord. So that's the greenhouse you worked in?
That's that greenhouse is the only greenhouse on that property, but that's
Right.
where all of our orchards are, is on that particular property. And that's just where all the buildings are. Well, the 2 buildings, 3 buildings.
Right.
But the doors on that greenhouse that you can barely see are 10 foot tall.
Okay. And there's probably about 4 foot of them doors above the water line.
Yeah, it's about half covered.
Yep.
And the
'Cause,
river
I'm
is maybe a quarter of a mile from there.
okay, and I'm looking at that road over here to the left.
Yeah, that's called
That
Marsh Road.
water looks like it's about 6 foot deep coming in off of a bayou. You sure the river's not on just the other side of that road?
The river is on that side, but it's about a quarter of a mile, 90 degrees from the road.
If it would drop into the zeros there, that would be absolutely horrible. That would kill everything that in that area.
And like I said, we've got another week of rain. The mountain's going to get 60 inches, 60 plus. And this is what we already have. Let's see. Half an inch, quarter of an inch. Tomorrow, 3/4 of an inch. Thursday's looking like a half inch. So over the next week, we're probably looking at another 3 to 4, maybe 5 inches of rain on top of what we already got. With just now, because I looked at it earlier this morning, we now have a chance of snow Saturday night into Sunday morning. So yeah, good times, and I am so glad I'm retired. And you saw that quote I sent to Taz. Sorry to hear that, Taz. He had a coworker get fired, and he was looking at 70-hour weeks. And I said, sorry to hear that, Taz. Oh, I retired in June. This is my whole job.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have had to have gone down and moved all the equipment out of that picture. Would have had to take all of the pumps, irrigation pumps out.
What equipment? There is no equipment to be seen in that picture. It's all underwater.
Yeah. Well, down there we had 3 tractors, 2 skid steers, a backhoe, and probably 15 farming implements, bush hogs, plows, hay balers. I really hope they got all that equipment out of there because there's no high ground on that property. And I told him, you need to make high ground.
Mm.
You need to abandon one orchard and build it up 45 feet. Because the river crested at 36 feet.
Okay. All right. You know, Rob Reiner and his wife was killed yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that last night. That's sad.
Okay.
And I saw an article that somebody made a comment that it could have possibly even been his own son.
His son has been arrested and is being held
Okay.
on a $4 million bond.
Okay, I had only seen one comment about that.
Well, it just 9 minutes ago hit Fox News.
Okay.
He's being held on a $4 million bond.
That makes it even worse that your own family member killed you.
Yeah, it's, you know, evident that the initial reports I read was that they were stabbed to death.
Yeah. Well, the initial report said knife was found, knife wounds, but I just don't get it. And of course, the whole thing in, what was it, New York at Brown, and then Australia, and over in Germany, and fuck. If you ain't strapped, you better get strapped.
Well, the Australian Prime Minister this morning announced that he is going to push for legislation for even tighter gun control laws.
I saw that. I'm just like, how is that going to make a difference?
No, I mean, Australia's got some fairly tight gun laws now. Tighter gun laws is not going to, I mean,
It's not.
And to jump this a little bit further down that little bit rabbit hole, and I don't want to go too deep into it. Supposedly, the gentleman that stopped the shooter was another Muslim. And they're saying, and you know, that's being amongst a lot of the Muslim creators online. They're saying, see, not all Muslims are bad Muslims. Well, other people are firing back. Okay, and how do we know he wasn't in on it?
Well, some of the reports I've read were that he fled a Muslim country and converted to Christianity.
Okay.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But just because you come from a Muslim country does not mean you adhere to Islam.
Right. Oh,
and I will give you that. But
I mean, most of the Islamic countries that are now considered Islamic countries, most of them were Christian to start with,
or Buddhist,
or well, I said most, and then there were a smattering of Buddhists, and then man, I can never remember what. There's another one of the other countries in the Middle East. No, it wasn't Hindu. And what? I think it's Turkey. What? Oh, Turkey's. Yeah, it's Turkey. Tengrism, Tengrism, a shamanic faith centered around the sky god Tengri. I know I'm mispronouncing all that because I am not
Turkish.
Turkish. Okay, but yeah, Tengrism was Turkey's original religion until about the 8th century when Islam took it over. So, uh, but yeah, I mean, uh, you had the Coptic Christians throughout the Middle East at the time. So, but anyway, again, that's some of the rumors going out, and like the title of the stream, rumors and the truth with big question mark after it. There, who knows what's rumor and who knows what's truth. And that a big one that affects us is Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, I
And,
feel like her days are numbered.
did she, somebody in the White House supposedly, I had not seen this. And they're saying that it was Trump that did it. I had not seen it, so I'm not going to say one way or the other. But supposedly somebody said that they released a wedding certificate between Ilhan and her brother, a marriage certificate.
I want to say I saw that a while back.
And well, this was kicked out here in the past couple of days again. There's another rumor flying around that she actually did not become a naturalized citizen.
I hadn't heard that part.
Yep, that's one flying around now. Because the and the state does not verify the citizenship of people running for office. They're not required to, so they don't. They figure if you say yes, you're a citizen, then evidently they take you at your word for it. So that rumor has popped up really strong here in the past 48 hours. And so that, this makes Ilhan deportable. If she married her brother, then that makes her deportable. I could see it making her jailable, but I don't see him revoking her citizenship over it.
It's immigration fraud. She married her brother, quote unquote, to get him naturalized.
Right, not her. She was naturalized
But
before that.
She is using a privilege she was granted to circumvent that very same rule. Yes, that is deportation worthy. Absolutely.
To be honest, I think that'd be making case law. I don't think there's case law saying along those lines. At least I couldn't find any case law on it yesterday. I spent about 45 minutes or so trying to find case law on it, and the only time I found case law showing people losing, citizenship after they'd been naturalized was an event of
Criminality.
murder, kidnapping, bank robbery, that kind of stuff. Where they went, served a prison sentence and then were deported. But as far as immigration fraud on behalf of a relative, I could not find any place where somebody had lost their citizenship. I seen people lose, have their visas revoked, have green cards revoked, but not citizenship. And that's a pretty big step going from revoking a green card or a visa to revoking somebody's citizenship. Now, am I saying that they shouldn't? No, that's not what I'm saying. In my opinion, if she did commit immigration fraud for her brother, and with what she has said, how she puts Somalia first, and she considers herself a Somalian, not an American, yada, 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 then I would have no problem.
Extenuating circumstances provide enough documentation to deport her.
To strip her of her citizenship and then deport her.
Absolutely.
Her case in and of itself, with all things considered.
And I think even if they don't deport her or don't strip her citizenship, they should strip her of all of her golden parachute.
Spanky come running in, and he did just what I said he would do. But yeah, you're right. I would have no problem with that.
She doesn't get that $174,000 a year. She doesn't get that great benefit. She gets jack shit,
except for a plane ticket back to Somalia.
We can hope, but no, charge her with a felony. She can never hold public office again.
And I would have no problem. And
that's what felonies get you. You cannot hold public office, any public office, except the presidency.
Right. And I'm not saying this because she's a Democrat. I'm not saying this because I strongly disagree with 99.9% of what the woman endorses. I'm saying it because of the way she's thumbed her nose at the laws of this country, the way she's thumbed her nose at American citizens, the way she's thumbed her nose at the country itself.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, I strongly disagree with about 90% of what Newsom has done. Gruesome Newsom. And I would never want to see, he destroyed San Francisco. Even the current mayor of San Francisco is saying that he destroyed it. He's not done California any favors. But if I would not want to see him stripped of anything. Just I would not wish ill on him simply because I disagree with him politically.
No, just because I disagree with him politically, I would like to see him stripped of everything just for all the crap that he's done. Oh, I'm going to get this done. And 10 years later and $24 billion later, nothing's been done. And there's no money left. No. There's enough dirt on Newsom to put him away. It really is.
Data is saying that. Oh, hey, morning, Paul. Oh, Neil too. I'm sorry. Data saying he found floppy drive Oh, floppy drive cables up for sale on eBay.
I would suspect those could go for a pretty fair penny. I'm sure I probably have a couple of old IDE cables laying around.
Okay, let's see here. What's this? Dana, why would you join AARP? I don't care how I would not I seriously I would not give one dime to AARP. The money that I would save from AARP membership would is not enough to soothe my conscience about what they support. It's same way having progressive car insurance. I would never have progressive car insurance for the same reasons I could never join AARP.
I get almost the same benefits from AAA that I do from AARP, or that I would get from AARP.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right, Paul. She's got more money than what she has a right to have access to. But
Oh, I saw something I thought was the dumbest thing I think I've ever read on Twitter.
oh God, I've read so much stupid stuff on Twitter.
It said, after this, Trump's political career is finished.
Duh.
Well, I'm like, wait a minute. Trump has never had a political career other than being president for 4 years. And he's president again for 4 years. And guess what? When he's done with this, he's going to go back to being a businessman. He doesn't have a political career. Wait, he doesn't have one. How can you lose something you don't have? I'm like, he's not going to go and be a senator.
No,
He's not going to run for mayor for somewhere or even governor.
he's definitely
He's
not
got
going
too much other shit going on. Politics is a plaything for him. Not really, but I mean,
right. I know what you mean. This was a third choice for him.
it's like, how can you be that dumb? He had no political career before he became president. None. And he only had a political career while Biden was in office is because y'all made it that way. Y'all wouldn't stop talking about it. But yeah, I just thought that was the dumbest thing I've read in a long time.
That's about as bad as well, yeah, that's up there. That's up there. That is really bad. That's about like the woman that took a picture of her tires on her car and asked if she needed to do anything with them because she was sliding a little bit on the road. Okay. And she had, I mean, she was down to the, the wires poking out. You could see the wiring underneath there was no tread anywhere. Them tires were as smooth as a baby's butt, except for the wires popping out. And it's like, how did you ever how did you ever stop? How did you ever get enough traction to go? Mm. Now, speaking of, my brain's working really weird today. Uh, Video I saw this morning is a strongman contest. You know how they do the sled pushes? They
Yeah.
put the weights on the sleds. The guy's pushing his sled, and I mean, you can see him struggling. He's pushing that sled for all he's worth. And the woman next in the lane, a couple down, her sled's, she's pushing her sled, and it's just, she's just flying along. So he gets off, drops his sled, goes over to hers, and he's basically pushing it with one hand. His team came out and inspected, and it looked, they claim that they had poured glue on his track to keep him from being able to win the competition.
That's lame as fuck.
It's like, they what, drinking a beer this early in the morning?
You know me.
Good Lord have mercy.
That's a Red Bull.
Oh, there's a veteran company out there selling energy drinks, Ways, WAYS. So I went ahead and bought a case of it just to give it a try. It wasn't that expensive. And they're actually not bad. But I don't ever drink these energy drinks straight. I always dilute them in my Crystal Light. So
let's see about this. Store locator. Let's see if there's anything close by to me. Bend, Oregon.
Oh, do they? I thought they just sold online.
Well, I was just seeing if there was somewhere close by that I could go and get one and try it.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, I love coconut.
Mm-hmm.
I tried Red Bull coconut. That is disgusting. It tastes nothing like coconut. And I am so glad I did not buy even a 4-pack because I would have thrown it all away. Oh,
well, let's see. I've had, okay, here's their half beer, half ginger ale. No. I've never had a half beer, half ginger ale. Let's see. I've had the cherry limeade. It's not bad. The peach is good. I've not tried the orange cream yet. They've got more than that. They've got more than those three flavors.
Pomegranate, peach, orange cream, sour lime, peach, and limeade. There's 5 flavors.
Yeah. Okay, the sour lime is, I like the sour lime. I've not tried the pomegranate yet.
I'd try the sour lime, the orange cream, or the cherry limeade.
So the only one I'm not a big fan of so far, uh, I'm is the sour lime. I'm not a big fan of that one. Uh, but I mean, mixed in half half and half with the crystallitis, then it's not bad. Okay, there we go. What's this Nunley edition? $75. Good
It's a
God.
24 pack instead of a 12 pack.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a, let's see what we got here.
200
12
milligrams
fluid.
of caffeine.
I was looking for the sodium, 25 milligrams of sodium. That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. 4 carbs, that's not bad. 9 fats,
Contribute 10% of profits. Sugar free.
So, but they're not. I mean, they're they're not horrible to drink.
WAYS stands for We Appreciate Your Service and Sacrifice. That's cool.
Yep. Data. I'm not a beer drinker per se. Uh, I mean, if you twist my arms, I'll drink an IP, but that's about it. Uh, I'm mostly a whiskey fan, whiskey or bourbon. And if I'm really pressed, I'll drink some scotch. So uh, I got used to drinking black beer in Germany, but that's because most of the other people I was with couldn't stand it. So I drank it just to see. I can drink something you guys can't.
Oh,
Yeah, I was that kind of a person when I was over there. I always looked for something to do that I would do that the other guys either refused to or couldn't do. I'd eat. Yeah, it's like my favorite gas house I went to. I went there so much that I got away from the general table and into the uh, regulars table. So I got from the general admission to the first class seating, the VIP section. German gas houses are like that. You got you got the general admission and VIP section. And you have to be invited by the owner to be seated in the VIP section. You can always tell which tables they were because they had different tablecloths on them. So
easy way to designate.
yeah, but I mean, this guest house, I went there and ate probably 3 or 4 times a month. and I was a regular I was a definite regular on their venison. The nights once a month they'd had venison, so I was a definite regular on that night.
I was
So
never a connoisseur of beer. I like beer. It didn't matter. Well, I won't say it didn't matter what it was. There were some pretty nasty beers out there. But for the general rule, I could drink most beers. I just like the taste of beer.
uh,
It's one of the things I miss from not drinking is the taste of beer. Yeah, I could try the non-alcoholic beers, but they're
they're weak. Yeah, my was it O'Doul's?
yeah,
I've had that one. Now I'll do the O'Doul's just to piss off the cops.
yeah.
I'll drink an O'Doul's while driving when I know I got the cops. When I know I'll pass the cops one way or another, and I'll drink it while driving.
I haven't even had one of those in probably 10 years.
Well, it's probably been 5 years or so since I've done that, but I mean, I used to do that just to you know have see if that cop would be know what he would do when he realized they pulled me over and I was for drinking alcohol while driving, and it turned out to be a non-alcoholic beverage.
ICB root beer. ICB root beer came in a brown bottle just like a beer did.
Oh yeah, that's right. It did, didn't it?
Yep. I used to get pulled over all the time for ICB root beer. So it's right here on the jar, sir, or on the bottle. ICB root beer.
Yep.
Does not say beer. It says root beer. Have a nice day, sir.
I wonder how many people filled their ICB root beer bottles with real beer.
Well, every single time he poured it out, I had him pour it out in my hand so he could look at it. Look, it's dark brown. Smell it. It's root beer.
How
Now,
about Mickey's Big Mouth?
oh, Mickey's Big Mouth.
What is a Mickey's Big Mouth?
If I remember it as being a small bottle, and it looked like a barrel, a cask,
Right.
a green glass bottle, and it had a really big mouth on it. Didn't have small bottle cap. It had a big mouth on it. It's probably the size of a $50, maybe a silver dollar. The opening.
Let's see here.
Mickey's Big Mouth, Mickey's Barrel Mouth. And oddly, I always found that they were not that good of a beverage, but for some reason, I always found those to taste better with a little bit of salt, like a margarita,
Right.
salt on the lip of the jar.
Let's see. Now, my dad drank Old Dutch, which is,
I vaguely remember Old Duck.
I mean, I believe it was a regional beer to Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Well, back when we were kids, I don't know about you, but back when we were kids, collecting beer cans was a big deal.
Oh yeah, because you turn them in for a couple pennies per can.
Oh no, you get the different styles and have however as many different brands as you could get. Different
Oh,
styles of said can. Like back in the day, the old Coors can had dual push tops. They didn't have a pop top or a pull tab. They had push down indentations. They had a big one for the mouth and a small one for the vent hole / nose. Oh no, Stag beer had like 50 different can designs. I mean, PBR and Schlitz Malt Liquor and Old Stag and Coors and oh man.
Well,
But
see,
we used to see how many different cans we could find.
Coors was still a regional beer when I was a kid.
Well,
And
yeah,
it did,
my
and
my
it was,
dad did the whole Smokey and the Bandit thing.
okay.
We used to go up to Illinois to visit my mom's parents. Dad would drive across the river into Missouri and buy Coors because you couldn't get it east of the Mississippi.
Right.
And he would go and buy it, and then he would buy like 3 or 4 cases and then take it home.
Uh, now, uh, now for me, that was Jenny Cream Ale, Genesee Cream Ale. And
Cream ale.
whenever I went home on leave, I would always buy a couple of cases and bring back south with me. And because you couldn't buy it south of basically the Ohio River. So, I mean that was the beer when I was a kid. I mean, up until I was in my 30s. So,
This is kind of, since we're on the subject of beer. Beep, 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 beep. Paste. Take a look at that. And if you scroll down, you'll see the Coors one about halfway down. But old school beer right there. There's your
well, let's
Genesee.
see. There's your Schlitz. Then Iron City beer. Yeah, you can only get that in Pittsburgh. Budweiser lagers. Okay. Oh man, I remember those cans.
Right? A little more.
Okay. Now that's
There's
Jenny Horse Ale.
Remember?
Oh yeah, Church
You
Keys.
use
In
the-
fact, I've I've got one on my refrigerator.
Yep.
I glued a magnet to mine and I've got it on the side of my refrigerator. So, oh, Rheingold, man, I hadn't seen Rheingold or thought of them in years.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Back then, there were hundreds of different beer manufacturers.
Yeah. We used
And
to
right-
take these tabs here and make fishing lures out of them.
Yep. Spoons. But this.
Oh,
this
that's
big-
what you were talking about there.
Yeah. That's the old Coors can.
Yeah, I had not seen one of. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. I had not seen that in years.
There's one down here at the bottom that I had never seen. Bent spoke.
Whoa!
Right? I'm like, that's the way you do it right there.
Now
That's Australian.
A barley griffin. Wow.
But yeah, that's the way to do it right there. Take the whole damn
Born and
top
brewed
off.
in Canberra.
Take the whole damn top off.
Yep.
What you got there, Data? Oh, that's the Mickey's.
What? Now you. Oh, okay. On this one here, you spun the tab around to push in the holes. Okay. You spun the tab to push in the top hole, then you opened up the bottom.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now I see how that goes.
But yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, it was always see how many different types of beer cans you could find. And I remember a kid up across the street from my grandmother in Illinois. His whole room was nothing but beer cans. And I'm talking floor to ceiling shelving. Every wall was full of beer cans. I can't remember that kid's name either. Cream ale. Yeah, I was going to say the only cream ale I ever had was Little King's cream ale. Ooh, that yellow skillet frying pan looks good. Data. Tech t-shirt. Yeah, I haven't done eBay in forever. Ever since what was it? I had some issue with PayPal and eBay, and then I just gave up on them guys. And now I get all these, oh, there's been a problem with your PayPal account. And I'm like, I haven't had a PayPal account in like 12 years. Mr. Shroom, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm just listening to you.
Oh, okay.
I was making some rude noises, so I had to mute myself.
Okay.
Wasn't
sure.
Yeah, I decided that it's best not gross everybody out. Oh, Lord, have you seen one of the new toy? Oh, let me see if I can find it here for you. When I heard about this, I was like, no, you've got to be kidding me. And then it's like, no, it's there. There it is. It's got to be this one. No, crap. It's a farting pig game. There it is. It's on Amazon, of course. Okay, come on.
I'm trying to remember the game that Ski Patrol used to play. Come to find out, my mom had the same game. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Oh yeah.
Uh, oh, come on.
Oh boy, my internet has gotten really slow here for some stupid reason.
Pass the Pigs is what it's called. And you have
Pass the
two little
pigs.
pigs, and you put them in a
Right.
hand or in a cup or something, and you roll them. And how they land is how they're scored. Whether they land on their back, on their side, on their snout, on their feet. It's actually a very fun game to play.
Okay, here we go. No, be nice, Amazon. Okay. You pass the pig around, and if he farts on you, you collect a token.
Now, this might be something I get my grandkids. Hold on. Let me see. Post. Well, no, Stinky Pig game. I'll find it.
It's only $6, so it's not that
it
bad.
has to do with farts. I got to get it for my grandkids.
Little boys, the ad, I saw an online ad for it, and little boys were playing it, and they were just, every time that pig farted, they just all rolled over laughing.
Arrives.
Which, yeah, I can see that happening. I don't know what it is about the males of the species and farts, but we find them funny.
Says I can get it before Christmas and place my order. It is now purchased.
My
First one I clicked on said it arrived after Christmas, so I went back, and the next one says arrives 2 days before Christmas. Got it.
Yep. They my 34-year-old son wanted the Lego Batman video game that's coming out. It doesn't come out till March. And it's you got two versions. One's $65, the other one's $95. And of course, he wanted the night. After I ordered the $65 one for him, the wife comes and goes, "Oh no, no, no! He wanted the deluxe version." Oh, they didn't have a deluxe version listed. Let me keep looking then. Yeah, it's there, $95. Huh? What do they add to this video game to make it worth an extra $30 to kick it up in price by 50%?
What's it coming out on?
Xbox X Series.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting there going, "You've got to be nuts." But
yeah, we just bought my oldest grandson the Lego White House.
Oh my goodness.
It's like $150.
Yeah, what, about 800 pieces?
I don't know, but It has the east and west wing, which means it's a collector's item. The east wing is already torn down. It's gone.
Okay.
So anything that has the east and west wing on it is going to be a collector's item. And when we bought it, they only had 3 left.
Okay. Yeah, I see the Lego Architecture White House with east and west wing, $152.
Yeah. And we also got him Architecture Golden Gate Bridge or San Francisco.
Right. Oh wow. Another one looks even big. Or no, it's the same thing, but it's $220 at Walmart. Boy, they jacked their price up in a hurry. I wonder how long it'll take them to come out with a version with the ballroom attached to it.
Right.
Well, ours is already out of date, so we need to come up with a new one.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people already have the Star Trek for $400. It's like 3,600 pieces.
Maybe it's because I'm just, I mean, I love Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. I grew up watching it, and I watched, Deep Space Nine and Next Generation and Voyager, and liked them all. I mean, within reason, liked them all. Didn't miss any episodes. I went to every convention that was in town. I even traveled some to go to a couple of conventions. I've got a couple small models. I got some autographs and such. But I'm not laying out that kind of money for a Star Trek model.
Fucking A.
That's
the Death
that's
Star is $1,000. The Millennium Falcon is $850.
Wow.
The hell? What the hell?
That's ridiculous.
$1,000 for a Lego set?
Yep. I can absolutely believe it.
That's insane.
Oh, I've got to call my doctor. Walgreens is having problems filling one of my prescriptions.
Oh,
So
go figure.
and the doctor isn't returning Walgreens phone calls. So I guess I got to call the doctor when we're done with the stream today, and say, "Hey, call that Walgreens. They're having problems with my prescription."
I have 3 prescriptions. They're all prescribed at the same time. I have to take all 3 of them every day, have for the last 8 years, and they cannot seem to get all 3 prescriptions filled on the same day. Ever.
Well, see, my gabapentin gets filled every 90 days. All right, my hydrocodone gets filled every month, and so is this new one they got me on. It gets filled every month. Whoa, what happened here?
Oh,
You disappeared.
I disappeared.
You back.
What the? I didn't do anything. Nothing happened on my end.
Something Data's. What kind of tea is Data recommending for me? I just bought a fresh. I just got in a new box of turmeric tea. So I'm waiting on it to open up. So now I'm even more. Now I'm even more nervous.
You should be.
Oh, Lord have mercy. There's a couple of teas that do that. That would be appropriate for that. I found one tea I will not drink anymore because that lubricated me right up. Oh, let me find JD Delay's channel. Okay. Let's see if he's got
really
his most.
Bother me. I'm sitting here
What's
going
that?
through Lego's. Sitting here going through Lego's website,
Right.
and I don't see the White House listed. Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That makes me a little 59. Huh. Architecture. Notre Dame. Statue of Liberty. Great Pyramid of Giza. Trevi Fountain. Interesting. All Lego interests.
Oh, he must not have posted it on YouTube. He must only posted it over on Twitter. Okay, let me see. Or over TikTok. Let me see if I can find this TikTok one that he posted. JD is about a new piercing device that this woman invented. And maybe there's a reason he didn't post it on YouTube. Okay, I'm not getting that up. The leaded fry pan old guy is old French, about 2 foot across, perfect for a whole family breakfast. Wow. There's a friend of mine's got a cast iron skillet that he keeps asking me if I want because he knows I love cast iron. But I don't buy it unless I can figure I've got a use for it.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. It's retired.
Oh.
But I'm betting because the East Wing has been
right.
It's
So
wow, it
what's
is definitely a collector's item.
well, tell your whoever you bought it for not to take it out of the plastic then,
Oh, that's going to
not
be
to put
hard.
it together.
13-year-old kid. Yeah.
I mean, if there are Lego collectors as crazy as there are like Star Trek collectors and such, 5 years from now, he might be able to fund his college education with it.
Well, I told my wife, that it's going to be a collector's item, and if she really wants to get it for him, fuck the price, get it. And now, come to find out that it's been retired. I don't know when it was retired, but
Well, no wonder the one at Walmart you can get it at Walmart for $220. Okay, let's see here.
I'm about collector's items stuff, even though I don't
Right.
have a lot. I had a whole bunch of stuff that would have been worth a shit ton of money had I kept hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had 3 NASCAR hats with Dale Earnhardt signature.
Ooh.
They're in a landfill somewhere now. I could have gotten so much money. I've sadly missed out on several things like that, which makes me look at things and go, that's going to be worth something. Buy it. May not be worth something right now, but it will be.
Right.
It's a risk you always take. Is it
Yeah.
going to be big or is it not? I went to a Mustang show. No joke. A guy had bought a Mustang. He worked for Ford. He drove it home, which was across the street. He put it in his garage, and that's where it sat. I saw the car in like 77, 78, and this would have been a 65
Right.
Mustang. It had 6 miles on it. 6. Now, how do you buy at the time a $3,000 car in 1965 and park it? Don't ever use it. It's like going out and buying a $50,000 car and putting it in your garage.
Mm-mm.
It was unreal. But again, it's a risk you take. Did I just waste $3,000? Or in 30 years, am I going to be able to sell it for $100,000?
Right.
And you watch some of these car auctions, and there's cars selling for $1 million that I wouldn't give $20,000 for. And I'm like, maybe I need to go sell my car. I mean, seriously.
Well, there's a guy just run across a army a Harley Davidson Army motorcycle. And it's in absolute mint condition. And it's from World War II. And it's got 28,000 miles on it, I think, if I remember right. Original paint. I mean, the original paint's not even worn off of it yet. So,
Oh, dear.
huh?
I said, Tier stopped by.
Oh, that's been a while.
Alexander the Scourge.
Yes. Now, I've got a couple of things that are worth some money. Like I've got a Morgan dollar.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And that's the only dollar I've got that's, that coin that I've got that's worth anything. I mean, I've got some silver quarters and I've got a crap ton of wheat pennies. And wheat pennies are going to be worth even more now that they don't make pennies.
All pennies are going to be worth more.
Yep.
I've got a 1813 or 1816 and a 1836 silver half dollar. Those are my
Nice.
two prides. And a whole bunch of $2 bills. I probably have 500 $2 bills. All from 1976 or older.
The 2nd Fighter Squadron. Every plaque they gave out had $2 bills on it. And they went and they ordered $2 bills by the sheet.
The only way you can get a sheet of $2 bills is through a congressperson.
And the fighter squadron had sheets of $2 bills.
Yeah. I would love to have a sheet of $2 bills.
And they used them strictly for award ceremonies and such when they gave out awards. And the background of the award would have ooh, okay, this was crated. Nice. An engine never removed from the crate. What? I'm going to have to check on see if that rumor is true.
Oh, there was a guy in Atlanta that bought a warehouse.
Right.
And went in to inspect it. And inside, it wasn't a huge amount, but it was like between 10 and 20 all brand new vintage Indian motorcycles.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like $1 million worth of motorcycles.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh. Okay, I don't care about German World War II weapons. Because I remember somebody telling me, and that's what I'm looking at right now, is somebody said they had found a crate of World War II rifles.
Oh,
And they had the M1s. And so there's probably maybe a dozen rifles in that crate. And they're still all packed in the oil paper.
yeah.
So, those are fresh from the factory, never fired. And I'm just sitting here going, and I remember thinking, that's probably been 20 years ago I heard about that. No, it's longer than that. It's probably closer to about 35 years ago because it's before I was married. And I was like, boy, that'd be nice if I could get my paws on one of them things. But then I'd ruin it by taking it out and firing it. I wouldn't be able to just to have it on as a wall hanger. Never fired. Something like that. I'd want to have two of them, one as a wall hanger and one to be able to go out and shoot. So,
I'd have to ask my brother about that. Someone found the original Shelby Cobra warehouse. I would have to. I'd have to ask my brother about that. He is real up on Shelby's and a lot of old Ford products. Like he could probably tell you where every single original GT40 is in the world right now, off the top of his head. Because there's not that many of them. There's like 70.
Okay, a warehouse has recently been uncovered, revealing a remarkable collection of rare Ford and Shelby Mustangs. The discovery, documented by YouTube's Adventures Made from Scratch, includes a variety of first-generation Mustangs, such as the 68 Shelby GT350s, 67 500, and the Mach 1 Cobra Jet. Okay. Including the 69 Boss 302 and 70 GT350. Man, that Boss 302, I forgot that one even existed.
Yeah, my brother does that bring a trailer stuff.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Let's see, that was in 2024. Yep, that's college funds set up when you find stuff like that.
Yeah, but usually you find something like that where you've got, we'll say for the sake of argument, 10 cars sitting in a garage for 30 years. If you plan on getting all of those cars up and running, you're looking at $500,000 just to get them running.
Right.
You're looking at a significant investment just to turn around and sell them.
You could sell them as is.
Even then, you're still looking at a significant investment. Because you're not just going to go, oh, I'll just put this out on Auto Trader. No, you've got to you got to take the time and the energy and the effort to find that big dollar.
Oh yeah. Well, that big dollar's also going to come looking for you.
Well, that big dollar is going to come looking for you, going, "I give you $100 for it."
Yeah, I wonder how many times somebody's actually done that to someone. It
That
actually,
happens more often than you think.
somebody would intentionally. No, I mean, a well-known collector of something would actually rip somebody off like that. Somebody who is really well known within that area.
And oh
Because
yeah, in that genre, yeah.
right, because once that word got out that he did somebody dirty like that, he would never be able to buy anything again. He would be
No, well, I mean,
blacklisted.
he would, but he would be paying way more than anybody else would.
Right.
Oh, he could still buy. He would just have to pay significantly more than anyone else.
Yeah, nobody'd ever trust him again on a deal.
Sure, this is worth 100,000, and you want it. It's 400,000 for you, but I'll sell it to him for 100,
Yep. Like I was
and then you
watching
can buy it from him for 300.
I was watching something on History Channel about the Rockefeller Center there in New York. There's two buildings on either end of it that when Rockefeller was buying up all the parcels to build that massive building that he's got there, the one guy wanted the equivalent of $250 million to sell his building that was a pub. And Rockefeller refused to pay it. So the building is still there. The upstairs is a bar still, and the downstairs is a little convenience store of sorts. Fair price at $65K.
That's a good looking car.
I was never a fan of the Cougars. And anything, I mean, and Mustangs, I was only a fan pre-70.
Yeah, yeah. 70 was the last year of the classic Mustang.
And even then, the 70s, if you looked at it compared to the 68s, 67s, the 70s still didn't look as good.
Well, 71, they went super boxy, super big, and they were just ugly cars.
Yeah.
Then they went super small and became even uglier.
And now they're electric.
That is not a Mustang. It is a Mach E. It is not a.
Okay. Well, it's 11 o'clock. I've got to I've got to get started on dinner, believe it or not. I am making chili for dinner tonight. And I've got my beans rehydrating. So I've got to do my tomatoes because I mean I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything canned. So I've got to do up my tomatoes and get them stewed and made into make up my tomato sauce. This is going to be some good chili though, but I'm making 5 quarts of it because 3 quarts of it's going to go in the freezer. I love good chili. And
Yeah, oh,
yes,
yeah. My wife makes a bitchin' chili.
I like a good chili, and yes, I do put hamburger and beans in my chili. So, yeah. When I've got went to Sam's 2 weeks ago, so I've still got 10 pounds of hamburger in my freezer. Yeah, because I haven't used any of it yet. Yeah, we went to Sam's and we bought a family case of chicken wings, and I cooked them down the other night, double fried them. Oh, those were some good wings. Double double fried. Oh, amazingly good. That's that's really the only thing I deep fry anymore are my chicken wings. Even my French fries I don't deep fry anymore.
Yeah, ever since the air fryer, we quit deep frying.
I'm just afraid to try to do chicken wings in my air fryer and have them still turn out the same. I
Well,
know
now
some people swear by it, but
now I'm tempted to piss off my brother.
uh-oh, what are you going to do?
Well, thanks to data,
Yes.
let's see. Pew, pew, pew. There in the side chat. Um, my brother is big into SVO Mustangs right now,
Right.
and he currently has 3 of them, of which one he is restoring to showroom condition,
Right.
and he's using parts off the other 2 to fill in what's needed. And he was talking about taking one of the 2 that are left and then making that into some ridiculous high horsepower car. And there just so happens there's a 86 Mustang SVO, 45,000 miles for $9,000 on Bring a Trailer.
Oh,
And my brother
what's
has
wrong
paid,
with it?
I think, more than that for all 3 of the ones that he has bought individually.
Okay, what's wrong with it?
I don't know. Doesn't say that.
A clean Carfax report.
Yeah. And I'm just like, huh. I go buy that, just park that in the driveway, and when he comes up here and go, what the fuck? Not even tell him about it. I'll say, oh yeah, I picked that up for a couple of bucks. That'd cheese him off.
The thing about though is that body just does nothing for me. To me, that's just another coupe. There's just nothing there to excite me on
Well,
that body.
It is one of those, you buy it, you put it on a trailer, and you leave it because they only made it for 2.5 years.
Right.
So it's automatically a collector's item. A, it was only made 2.5 years. Number two, at the time, it was the first turbo Mustang from the factory. Number three, at the time, in all of car manufacturing, if I'm not mistaken, it was either the first or second car that had 16-inch wheels. It was the first Mustang that had all disc rotors, and there was something else about it as well. There was a lot of things about it that it was a first.
Right, right. I mean, okay, I'm sitting here, got it up on the screen. This back area here looks kind of nice. The slope that they did in the back. The front of this is just like a box.
No, I get you. I get you. But everything was a box. It was time. I mean, look at the Camaros. They were boxes.
All right, what is this right here supposed to be?
The
running
dual
across
spoiler?
your rear. Yeah, that.
It's a dual wing spoiler. And that's factory.
Okay.
At the time, some manufacturers had a mid window spoiler. Some of them had the spoiler all the way up at the top of the window. The Mercury Mercure had a twin rear spoiler as well, but the Mercures were more European cars than they were U.S. cars.
Okay.
That's why they were called Mercury Mercure. Mercure was the Mercury brand in Europe.
Ah, all right.
And Europe got a shit ton of great Ford cars that we didn't get.
Yeah, you're right. They did, thanks to American EPA laws. Yes, I know they did. Believe me. I saw a bunch of great cars over there in between 80 and 84. Okay. Well, if I could see, I'm just saying I can understand why your brother would get, this would blow your brother's skirt.
Well, when you sitting in your front yard, you've got a 1966 Mustang, a 1986 Mustang, and a 2019 Mustang. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. But you're missing the, let's see here, the 86, 96, 2006.
Oh, trust me, if he could, he would.
Mustang.
Trust me, if he could, he would.
And I'm sure his wife has a lot to say about that.
He is not married. His dog would not care.
You're right. His dog, just give his dog another tire to pee against.
And I'm not. We just became semi-wealthy.
Right.
So I mean, it's not like he couldn't do it. I mean, no joke. It's not like he could not get a 76 Mustang, a 96 Mustang, an 06. He did have I think he had a 16 GT350. It might have been a 17. But he did have one at one time and sold it and bought another one.
Own a Mustang from every decade.
I wouldn't put it past him.
That'd be a nice little personal collection to have, just to say you had it. So, all right, I gotta go get cooking. I gotta get myself in that kitchen, and roasting these tomatoes to make 6 quarts of chili is going to be fun. But it's just going to taste so good when I go to eat them. Yeah. And I'm not planning on eating this until tomorrow because they're going to slow cook probably for about 12 hours.
Oh, chili has to cook. It
Yeah.
has to sit and simmer.
Yeah, it's going to sit and simmer for about 12 hours. And I got to do chicken. I've got to make up my turkey broth too, get the carcasses out of my freezer and get that turkey broth made up.
Yeah, my wife usually starts chili right when she gets up. So we usually start chili about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, this is chili for tomorrow night's dinner because I'll eat before the wife gets home, and then the wife will eat when she gets home.
Yeah.
Because when she gets home, I'll be in bed asleep. So that's the way that goes.
Is that your eBay, the wire dealio there, Data? Cables R Us or something? Waiting to see if he replies. I was trying to go back up.
That cool fool. There he goes. He just posted it.
Okay. I will check out your eBay, even though I don't normally do eBay, but I'll definitely check it out.
Okay, well, everybody have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. And we will see you tomorrow. Be with the ones you love the ones that you're with, and at least have a good day. Thank you, old guy, for joining.
My pleasure.
All right, and hopefully we'll catch you again tomorrow.
All righty. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too.